It's mad windy today, so hopefully the GoPro 9 mic extension that I have right over here will block out the wind. We'll see how that goes. But today for this episode, I'm gonna show you guys how to ceramic coat and save yourself hundreds and hundreds of dollars by doing it yourself. So I've tried ceramic coating on my own cars. That's why I'm gonna show you guys. I think it's very important to have it regardless of whether or not it's paint or wrap. It just gives your car that extra layer of protection. So it always helps, and it's super cheap if you do it yourself. Okay, so these two cars right here are probably my oldest wrapped cars that I have, and they just sit out here in the sun all day long, all year long, regardless of whatever the weather is, because I only have a small garage that I work on people's cars on. So this is tried and tested that the ceramic coat does help, and it makes your wrap last longer. So let's go check it out and see where they're at. All right, here we go. So this has been ceramic coated several times because the nature of the chrome is that it's very easy to scratch. So you can see here, it's a little dirty, but a lot of the scratches are prevented with a ceramic coat. And every time you go to a new car show, you're gonna want to ceramic coat it. Over time, you will see these streaks come back. Okay, but as soon as you lay down a coat of ceramic, it's gonna look good again. There's plenty of research on how that works. This is just micro scratches in the material itself. If you have a black car, you would know. So ceramic coating is like it's like waxing, but you know, liquid. Okay, over here on my red MR2, this is probably my longest wrap that I've had. I think it's going on 3 years now. Go up here to see the link of when I did this car. Okay, so this one I ceramic coated it just once or twice, I believe, and it's still looking good. So other than a little bit of dust, it still looks great. There's no discoloration. We'll take you guys super close or anything like that. Okay, and for a 3-year wrap, other than it being dirty, it looks pretty dang good. So I mean, there are some cracks right here. That's because there's a rubber trim here that I just simply wrapped over. So if you're wrapping over some surface that is not like solid, like a rubber trim, it can crack on you a little bit where it is, but the rest of the car looks great. Okay, so if you get up close, you can see how there's really nothing wrong with it other than like a couple swirl marks here and there. But as soon as you wipe this down and clean it up with some soap, it's good to go. Okay, obviously this doesn't need an explanation. You don't need to ceramic coat this. You just hose it down. You just soap it up, hose it down, and it's good to go. But I will be ceramic coating the roof of this at some point because it is that piano black, and that can scratch very easily. Okay, let's go into the garage. Okay, so right here I got my S14 that is just done in its new color. At this point in time is where you want to ceramic coat it, right after you wrap it, so that you can preserve the quality of the wrap as soon as possible where it is before you get any damage on it. So let's have a quick look. Oh man, look at that. Okay, so it's nice and glossy, so you can see how there's no damage at all. It looks so good, so good. Okay, so you want to slap your ceramic coat on it right now. Let me turn on this light. Oh yeah, there it is. To maintain this like high gloss luster, you're gonna want to do this. All right, so let me show you how to. Okay, so right here we have our standard ceramic coating kit. You got your bottle of ceramic coat, you got your applicator sponge, and then you got your sponge pads, and then you have your microfiber towel that finishes off and buffs the ceramic coat after you apply it. Okay, so basically what you do is you're just gonna take your sponge, and then you have the soft side, and you're gonna put it right there like that, and you're gonna wrap your coating, or your you're gonna wrap your pad around it like that. Okay, and then what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take the ceramic coating and you're gonna dab it like this. Okay. Dab it up so that it will kind of nicely soak this piece of cloth with about 20 to 30 dabs. Okay, your initial soaking of this cloth is that much, and then after you apply it to the first panel, you only need to do probably about 6 or 7 dabs for each panel. Okay, or if it's a big panel, then you do it twice, like the hood. Okay, so that's the trick. And then what you want to do is you're gonna dab it and get it nice and wet, and then you're gonna do this. You're gonna take any panel, and then you're gonna go up and down strokes, up down, just like that. Okay, and then you can see the coat on here, and then you're going to do horizontal strokes just to even it out. Okay, no need to give it pressure, just lightly run it across so that it's wet. So here's the concept, right? You want to do one panel, like do the whole roof, and then do only half of it if it's a big roof or a hood, and then you move to the other side, and then you do that half while this dries. As soon as you're done wetting down that side with the ceramic coating, you want to come back and then take this microfiber towel, or you want to buff it out. If you let it dry and you don't buff it out, it's going to cause streaks, like your stroke streaks. That's going to stay there. If you get the streaks and you messed up because you let it dry for too long, you can always use some of this Mother's Mag aluminum polish, put it on a microfiber towel, and then just run it over the streak slightly, and it will go away. Okay, I've tested this. This is just my method. If you've done it another way, that's fine. But to get out the streaks, you want to use some kind of compound to rub it out, to buff it out. Okay. But then you will no longer have ceramic coating there, and you have to reapply. Okay, so let's get to coating. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to coat each panel. We won't be doing the whole car, but I'll give you guys an idea of how long I do it for and how long to wait before you buff it out. So that's probably one of the most trickiest thing to figure out, because it does really depend on the temperature in which your ceramic coating is. So if you're doing it in the shade, inside in the wintertime, then it takes longer to dry. If you do it in the summertime and it's stupid hot and you're out in the sun, then it dries really quick. So you don't ever want to do it in the sun, period. But the temperature does really dictate how long you want to wait for it to dry and when you buff it out. It's just something that you have to get a feel for, and you want to test it on like a small piece, like a mirror or like a little wing or something like that. Okay, so you're going to take this and then this, you're going to wrap that up and you're going to dab it. Just like that, a whole bunch of times. Okay, and then you're going to start on your first panel. So we're going to do the fender first. So I'm going to start here. I'm just going to go like this. Okay, and then you're just going to keep going across the whole panel, just like that. Long strokes if possible. Okay, you're going to dab a little more. And then you're going to go all the way down, but don't go to the next panel, just to keep it even. Okay. Alright, now you're done with that panel, you're going to move to the next one. So I'm going to dab it some more again, and then we're going to do it from here. So you're overlapping your strokes. And you can do as many coats as you like. You just want to wait about 24 hours before you do the next coat. So I'm just going to do half this hood. Okay. Because it's such a big piece, you just want to do half. Now, if you ask a professional ceramic coater, they will probably do it different. This is the way I do it because I've done it before on my cars and it works for me. So if you're a professional ceramic coater and you're watching this, let us know in the comments if we're supposed to be doing this differently. Okay, this is a DIY channel, guys. Okay, so we got half the hood coated. Okay, it's kind of hot right now, so I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna come over here and buff that fender. So the fender had about, what was that, 30 seconds, a minute to dry. So now you're gonna buff this out. If you don't buff it out, you're gonna have streaks. Okay. You're gonna flip your rag and buff it again. Anywhere you touch the stuff, buff it. All right. So now that you buffed the fender, you're gonna wanna finish the rest of your hood. Okay. Get closer and show them what it looks like. How's that look? Glossy?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna keep going and do the whole panel. You want to alternate your strokes and do these horizontal ones now. And just so you have nice coverage. Go back. Make sure both sides are evenly blended. You can do this on your wheels, and you can do this on your lights as well. Okay. So now that the whole hood is done, we're going to let it flash for a moment. And we're going to move to the next fender. Then I'm going to come back and buff the hood. Alright, this fender. While the hood dries. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, so now it's time to buff out the hood. So if you look at it from an angle, you can see that it's starting to dry. So you just want to make sure it doesn't dry all the way. If you don't do this, then your ceramic strokes with the pad thing will show up permanently. Well, not permanent, but you can always buff it out once again with this if you have streaks in it. Okay. All right. I'm here. Getting tired. Getting tired. Okay. Okay. Did I get it all? Okay. I'm wipe down my fender. And then that makes it so that all the panels I just did is wiped down. Okay. Touch it. It feels smooth?
Yeah.
Touch it versus the part I haven't done, like the bumper.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
It's a big difference. It's kind of grainy, and then this is like
slick.
Silk.
Ooh, silky smooth. There it is. Okay, so that's really the best way to protect your wrap from any damage at all. And this is only like 80 something dollars, 90 bucks. You could do it yourself. Don't pay anyone like $800 to do this. Just do this coat like 4 times. Split it up in like 3 days. Each day you do one. All right, there she is with 1 coat of ceramic coating. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna hit it again. And I'm gonna repeat that 2 or 3 more times, just so that it has a good starting layer on it, and it protects it from everything in the elements outside. Sap, bird poop, contaminants in the air, anything you can think of. Sometimes like the dew would just sit on there, and then with contaminants in the droplets itself, it could turn your wrap brown or cause it to crack or brittle or whatnot. So don't let the sun damage ruin your wrap. This is how you extend the life of your wrap as long as possible. Okay, the $80–90 ceramic coating is really the way to go. It's easy to apply. You can do it yourself. Right here. Oh, so I raised this whole car probably about ½ an inch. Can you guys tell? The good news is this no longer scrapes, even though it looks really low. Still not even a fist off the ground, but I tested it, went up my driveway, no longer shoveling dirt. Okay, there you go. One last look. This definitely does complement the wheels way better. And now it's all shiny and glossy. Look at that. Ooh. Especially in this lighting, it just looks so good. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Make sure you get some ceramic coating and do this to your car as soon as you wrap it, okay? I'm working with a manufacturer right now. They're going to be private labeling some Paradox ceramic coating and car detailing and all that stuff potentially. So stay tuned for that. I'll make it available on my website as soon as we work out all the details. So until next time, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this color again, and I'll catch you guys later.